So hello and welcome everyone to this new tutorial session. In this video, we will understand how we can utilize regular expressions in Python. So we start off this video by understanding what are regular expressions. Then we will discuss some of the functions related to regular expressions in Python. Now to implement regular expressions, we need to understand what are meta characters, what are special sequences, and what are sets in regular expressions. So after discussing all these things, in the last we will discuss some of the examples related to regular expression. So without any further delay, let's jump on to our first topic. Now a regular expression is a special series of characters that searches for a set of strings or substring with the help of some searching pattern. Now it may match a pattern to identify the presence or absence of a substring. Now for this task in Python, we use the RE module, which allows us to use the regular expressions in our Python program. The primary feature of this RE module is that it can perform a search on a string using regular expressions, and it will return the first match from the string based upon that search, else it will return none. Now to use the RE module, we need to import it in our Python program. So basically we use the import statement. So we will understand how we can import this RE module in our examples. Let's move forward. Now the RE module offers variety of different regular expression functions for matching a pattern, splitting, or replacing a given string. So here is the list of some of the functions that we can use. So very first is the find all method. Now this method will return a list of all the available matches. Then we have that match method. The role of the match method is to search the given string for a regular expression with the help of an optional flag, and if a match is discovered, then it will return a matched object related to it. Now after match, there is also a search method. So search and match method both are quite similar. There is a slight difference. So instead of returning any boolean value, the search method returns a match object just like the match method whenever a pattern match has been discovered. After this, we can utilize the split method, which will return a list with the string split into multiple matches. And in the last, we have the sub method, which is utilized to replace one or more matches from a given string. Now we will discuss about all these methods in detail further in this video. But before that, we need to understand about the meta characters. So these meta characters are characters in Python with some special meaning. Now here you can see some set of meta characters. So for example, the square bracket is utilized to signify a series of characters. So here you can also see one example related to this square brackets. So in this square brackets, it has defined p-z. So it will look for all the characters in the given sequence from p to z. Now let me show you the demonstration of these meta characters with the help of an example. Now for this demonstration, I will be using VS Code. Now in the VS Code, we have a feature of searching a text in a file, and it also offers regular expressions for searching the text. So we will utilize that to demonstrate the use of meta characters. Now let me show you how we can use the regular expressions in this VS Code. So first we need to use the Control plus F shortcut. So this shortcut is used to search any text. Now if you want to enable regular expressions, you either need to click on this use regular expression option. So in my case, this regular expression option is already selected. Now here I am using regular expression to search the string from a given file. I have also opened this sample text file which contains some sample text. So as I told you, very first one was using the square brackets. So within the square brackets, we can define sequence of characters. So if I want to search all the characters from A to Z in the alphabetic order, so here you can see all the alphabets are selected. In the same way, if I want to look for all the characters from P to Z. So here you can see all the characters starting from P to Z in their alphabetic order are selected. Now in the same way, there are many meta characters that we can utilize. So for example, we have this backward slash, which signifies the special sequence. Then we can use a period, which is utilized to check if a given character is present at a certain location. Then we can also use the dollar sign, which help us to indicate the pattern existing at the end of a string. Then we can also use this star character. So this star character is utilized for zero or more occurrence of a sequence of pattern in a given string. So let me show you one example related to this as well. So here you can see I have defined this BET initially, and then I'm using the star character. So what it will do, it will search for all the characters or all the words which starts with BET. So here you can see all those words are selected. So better is selected, B is selected. Then we can use this question mark sign, which is used to rectify 0 or 1 occurrence of a special pattern in a given string. Then we can use the curly braces, which is utilized to specify the number of occurrence. So you can read about all these meta characters in detail from the PDF file, which is available with this video. Now after meta characters, there are also some special sequences. Now what is this special sequence? A special sequence in a regular expression consists of a backslash followed by one of the characters from the list, as you can see in the list, and it also signifies some special meaning. So the backslash capital A is utilized to check if the required characters appear at the start of the string. Then we can utilize the backslash B, which will check if the requested characters appear in the starting or the ending of the string. In the same way, we can utilize the backslash small d, so it will search for all the digits starting from 0 to 9, and backslash capital D is utilized to exclude the digits from the search. Then we have this backslash small s, which is utilized to check if a string comprises any white space. So you can read about all these things. So let me show you one example related to the special sequences. So as I told you, backslash D will search for all the digits starting from 0 to 9. So here in this file you can see digits are available at the very last. So when I write this backslash small d, it will return this all these digits as a result. And then if I write capital D instead of small d, so it will return the match excluding all the digits. So that's why you can see all the characters are selected. Now let's move forward and let's discuss about sets in regular expression. So a set in regular expression is a collection of characters enclosed within the square brackets that have some special meaning. So here you can see one example related to a set. In the square brackets we have defined A, E, I, and this will search for all the specified characters. So it will search for A, E and I only and return the match related to that. Then in the same way, if you use hyphen between the two characters, then it will look for the series of characters in the alphabetic order. So here if I specify A hyphen N, then it will search for all the characters from A to N. Now in the same way we can define digits. So within the square brackets, if you define set of digits, for example 0, 1, 2, 3, then it will look for all these digits, all these specified digits. And just like digits, we can also search for characters. So if I want to search for plus, I can simply write plus in the square brackets and it will search for plus character from the given string. So let me show you one example related to this as well. So here I have defined square brackets. Within the square brackets, let's define some characters now. So let me define DRT. So here you can see it has selected all these characters. In the same way, I can define any set of numbers. So let me define 2, 5, 7. So from the set of digits, it has only selected 2, 5, 7. So if I use any hyphen between the numbers, it will look for all the numbers given between that sequence. So now that we have understand how we can use the meta characters, special sequences and sets, let us understand about the regular expression methods that we can utilize from the RE module. So very first method that we can use is the find all method. Now this find all method will return a list comprising all the pattern matches found in the specified string. Moreover, the patterns are returned in the sequence in which they are detected. But if no matches are found, it will return an empty list as a result. Now to use this find all method, we need to utilize this syntax, which is re dot find all, and then within the parenthesis it accepts three arguments. Very first argument is the pattern. So pattern is used to specify the pattern that we want to search. Then we need to define the string. So string is basically the text from which we want to search the pattern. And in the last, there is one optional parameter which is flag. Now the default value of this optional parameter is 0. Now this parameter is utilized to modify the regex engine pattern. Now mostly we utilize only these two parameters, pattern and string. Now let us understand its use with the help of an example. Now here you can see one example. So let's focus on this example 1. Now to utilize the find all method, first we need to import the RE module. Now how we can import it? So first we need to define the import keyword, then we need to define the RE module. So this will import the RE module. Then after importing the RE module, we are defining a sample string. So here we have defined this variable sample and we have assigned this multi-line string to it using the triple quotes. Now next what we are doing, we are using this find all method from this RE module, and in this first we have defined our pattern as leads. So here in this example I have not used any of the meta characters or special sequences. I am simply defined the string that I want to search, and after the pattern I have defined the string as sample, and I am assigning this result to this match underscore list variable. So what this method will do, it will search for leads string from this given sample string, and then in the last what we are doing, we are using the print function to print the result. So when I execute this cell, we will get this output. So leads has occurred 4 times in the given string, that's why it has returned a list containing leads 4 times. Now let's see one more example. So in this second example, what we are doing, first we have imported this RE module, then we have defined this sample variable. Within the sample variable we have defined a multi-line string. Now this time we are using special sequences to fetch all the digits from the given sample string. So that's why we have defined this \d and then the plus sign, and then we are simply printing the result using the print function. So when I execute this cell, here you can see it has returned all the 2-digit numbers from the given string. Now I hope with this the use of find all method is clear to you. Now let's move forward and next let's discuss about the split method. Now the split method is utilized to split the given string by number of times a character or a pattern appears, then it will return the remaining characters from the string as a resulting list. Now to utilize this split method, we need to use the following syntax. So first we need to use this RE module. So RE dot split, and within the parenthesis, this split method accepts 4 parameters. So very first parameter is the pattern, which is used to define the pattern that we want to search. Then we need to define the input string. And after this, the third parameter is max split, which is utilized to specify the maximum number of splits, and in the last we have that flags parameter. Now let us understand its use with the help of an example. So let's focus on this first example. In this first example, first we have imported the RE module, then we have defined the sample string. Now this sample string is same from the very first example. Then we are using this re.split method, and within the split method we have defined this special sequence \s, and then we have passed our sample string as an input string, and we are storing the result of this split method in the match underscore list, and then in the last we are using the print function to print the result. So what this split method will do, it will fetch all the characters before the white space. So it will split all the characters based upon white space, and it will return the list containing all the characters. So let me execute this cell. So here you can see the result. It has returned all the words before a white space. So very first white space appears after fear, so it has split fear, and then the next word which was split was leads. So in this way it has returned the complete list of words. Now let us look at one more example. Now in this example we have changed our sample string. So this time we have defined a string which consists some characters and some numbers. Now this time what we are doing, we are using the \d. So we are splitting the characters based upon digits. So whenever a digit is been encountered, it will split rest of its part. So let me execute this code as well. So here you can see it has removed all the numbers and it has returned only the string part. Now let's move to our next method. So next let's discuss about the match method. Now this match method in Python from this RE module searches for the first occurrence of a given expression pattern and return it as a result. Moreover, the match method also looks for the match at the start of the string expression. However, if a match is discovered in the first line, the match object will be returned, but it will return null if the match is not found in another line. Now to utilize this function, we need to follow up this syntax, which is re.match, and within this match method we can use 3 parameters. So very first is the pattern, which is used to define the pattern. Then we have the string, and in the last we have that flags parameter. So now let's understand the use of this match method with the help of an example. So here you can see one example. In this example also, first we have imported the RE module, then we have defined the sample string. Now this time what we are doing, we are using the match method to fetch only the first four characters from the given string. So here in this regular expression, first we have defined this \w. So it will search for all the characters starting from A to Z, either it is capital or it is lowercase, and it will also look for numbers, and then we are using this curly brackets to define the count. So we want to fetch only the four characters. So as I told you, the match method returns a match object. So if I try to print this matching underscore result, it will be an object. Now to fetch the value from this object, we need to use this group method. So here you can see we are using two print statements. So in the very first, we are printing out the object itself, and then we are using the group method on the object to fetch the value. So let me execute this cell. So here you can see, so match object is this re.match object with the span from 0 to 4, where 4 index will be excluded. So the result of this match is John. Now if I want to fetch the result, I will use the group method, and the result of this group method is John. So this is our result. Now after the match method, we can also utilize the search method. So the search method also works like the match method. It will look for the first occurrence of the regular expression pattern, and it will return it as a result. But this method will examine all the lines of the given string, unlike the match method, and it also returns the same match object just like the match method whenever a pattern is detected. Otherwise it will return null. Now the syntax of using this search method is quite similar to that of match method. So we just need to define re.search, and within the search method we can define three parameters. First is this pattern, then the string, and in the last the flags, which is an optional one. So let us implement one example related to search method as well. So here you can see one example. In this example, after defining the sample string, we have defined our pattern. Now we want to search for multiple characters. So that's why I've defined this list, which is patterns list. So in this list, we have defined three words: better, complex, and Python. Then we are using a for loop to iterate over each word from this list, and then we are simply using the if else statement. Within the if else statement, we are using the result of the search method. Now if the search method will return something, then it will be considered as a match, and if it doesn't return anything, then it will be considered as no match found. So let me execute this code block. Now it has found the match for better and complex, but it was unable to find any match for Python. So let me look into the sample string. Here you can see better word is there, then complex word is also there, this complex small case C, but Python word is not there in this sample string. That's why it has returned no match found. Now let's move to a very last method, which is the sub method. Now this method is utilized to replace the matching pattern from the given string with some other data. So this method basically implements two tasks. First, it will search for the given pattern, and then it will replace the pattern with the given set of data, and it will return the string back as a result. Now the syntax of using this method is quite simple. So first we need to define the pattern as an argument, then we need to define the data that we want as a replacement, and in the last we need to define our input string. So let us quickly execute one example related to this. So here you can see one example. First, in this example, we have imported the RE module, then we have defined this sample string. Now if we look into this sample string closely, we have defined some sample email addresses, but there is one mistake in all the email addresses. So instead of @ it consists $. So here you can see it consists $, instead of @ all the email addresses basically consist $. Now what we are doing, we are using the sub method to replace the $, with @. So here we are using this square bracket meta character, and within the square brackets we have defined $. So it will search for the $, in the given string, and it will replace the $, with @, and then we are simply using the print function to print the new result. So let me execute this code block. So now if you look into the new string, it consists @ instead of $. So here you can see the result. At the rate is here, at the rate is there, at the rate is there. All the email addresses contain at the rate. So I hope with this all the methods related to regular expression are clear to you. And with this we have come to the end of this tutorial session. In the next module we will learn about modules and packages in Python. So thank you for watching. We will see you in the next one.